Hey, thanks for tuning into this video. AI agents are being built everywhere across your organization, but without visibility and control, innovation can quickly turn into risk. In this demo, I'll show you how Agent 365 helps organizations govern, secure, and observe AI agents at scale. Let's jump into it. In this demonstration, we'll look at Agent 365 and observe agents and prevent sprawl. Agents are becoming ubiquitous across every team and every AI platform. At Zava, agents are built everywhere, in Foundry, in Copilot Studio, and partner ecosystems. That velocity is exciting, but when agents live across platforms, a lack of visibility quickly turns into operational security and governance risks. This demo shows how Agent 365 gives organizations the observability, governance, and security required across teams to operate agents at scale. This is where Agent 365 comes in our enterprise control plane for managing agents securely. I can see everything I need to with Agent 365 directly in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, which is where I spend most of my time already, as it's where I already manage all my users. This is awesome because I don't need to learn any new tools or switch between multiple portals. Let's start with the Agent 365 overview dashboard. I'll go ahead and I'll click on Manage Agents. I can see key information like exactly how many agents I have and how many users are interacting with those agents. I can also see a breakdown of where agents are coming from, how many were published by IT, how many were created and shared by users. This includes agents built in Copilot Studio and Foundry, and also agents built by ecosystem partners like Manus, N8N, GenSpark, and even ones provided by Alithia. I can also see metrics, everything I need to know about security posture, adoption patterns, operational health, business impact. It's all there. Now I have an idea of my overall metrics. Let's take a look at individual agents in the registry. I need to be able to manage and protect all my agents regardless of where they're coming from. The registry gives me a full view of all agents in Zava, which is critical. It automatically consolidates all agents built on the Microsoft AI platforms like Copilot Studio and with ecosystem partners that are registered and integrated using the Agent 365 SDK, making it all possible to register any agent into the registry. Now let's take a look at a specific example of an agent of what I pay attention to when I'm checking out a new agent. Let's go ahead and click on the Zava Fabric Supplier agent. Here's our Zava Fabric Supplier agent. We built this internally and it's already live in production. When I drill into the details, the first thing I can see is more details of the agent in the overview, like a description of the agent, its availability, and I can also see it's built on Microsoft Foundry. Let's go ahead and click on Users. Under Users, I can choose who can create instances of this agent. When I open Data and Tools, I can see what powers this agent, including the connectors, the knowledge sources, and tools it relies on to do its job. This view represents the agent's capabilities and context, what data it can access, and how it's equipped to reason and act. These data sources and tools are configured by builders in the agent building platforms like Copilot Studio or Foundry and surfaced here to give IT centralized visibility and governance. In security and compliance, I can see what enabled policies are already in place from Microsoft Entra, Purview, and Defender. Permissions are a little different. This shows what the agent is actually allowed to access and act on at runtime. Even if an agent knows about data, permissions determine whether the agent can touch it. Now that we've looked across our agent registry, I can further narrow down my list to agents that have risks because Defender, Entra, and Purview continuously monitor them for external and internal risks. I'll go ahead and select these 4 agents at risk that have been automatically identified. The agent with risk can be attributed both to internal risks like oversharing or overprivileges, or can be external risks like prompt injections. As an IT admin, I can get visibility into those risks, and I can either block it myself or flag it to security teams to investigate. For example, In this agent, the change management agent, I can see it's marked with 2 risks. Let's go ahead and take a look at this agent. Here we see that the risk is coming from Entra ID signals. This agent has 2 risks, a spike in login attempts and a user that was deemed risky because of their login patterns. Entra is continuously monitoring agent activity to look for patterns that could represent a threat. Entra conditional access can also block agents that are used by risky users and risky agents from accessing resources. Risky users are showing signals of identity compromise, while risky agents are agents showing signs that they have been compromised. I can go ahead and easily block this agent right from Agent 365. As an IT admin, I can block this agent right away and prevent any harm, and I'm assured that my security team can investigate this further. It's important to call to attention the risky agents, but another way to govern agents is by managing their life cycle. To keep agent sprawl in check, I need every agent tied to an accountable owner, and when an agent builder leaves the organization, the owner can be left ownerless. Here we can see there's been 8 agents that have been identified as ownerless. Clicking into that, this shows those 8 agents, and this has happened with the Java procurement agent. Drilling into this agent, I can quickly assign a new owner by searching for the name or email address, populating the user lookup, and clicking assign. I can also automate owner reassignments by setting up a rule. If I click on settings and go to rules, by setting up this rule, every agent has clear accountability as agents scale in the organization. So I can add a new rule, I can give the rule a name and a description, as well as a condition. So this fires whenever the owner is blank, and I can see which agents will be affected by this rule when it's turned on, which aligns to the agents we saw in the owner list tab by the 8 being identified, and I can turn on this rule. And just like that, we see the rules on. Now let's take a look at all agents. Beyond the agent lifecycle, I also need to understand how these agents fit into our Brado ecosystem. I can go ahead and I can click on the map. In this map view, I can zoom into the agents to view the connection map, which shows me how each agent interacts with the other agents. I can zoom into the agents. I can drill into a bubble of agents, these ones being built in Copilot Studio. This connection map shows me how each agent interacts with other agents. When I need to, I can drill into these dependencies and figure out if there's a performance issue or a security gap that I need to address. Let's take a look at the comms agent. In activity of the comms agent, I can get details on the agent's performance, like how much uses the agent is getting, total exceptions, and hours assisted. With this observability, I can spot issues early and flag them back to the development team. Just like that, we've seen how IT admins get the observability they need across the agents in their organizations, teams can collaborate with confidence, and agents can be adopted and scaled without losing control. Thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure you like and subscribe on the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.